Good afternoon. It is Jen Norland, and I wanted to hop on. I had created a video the other day that I was having some autoimmune flare-up symptoms, I guess, on Sunday this last week. And I had made a video. I wanted to make it a little bit more succinct and short, but it's what I've learned over having 17 years of autoimmune diagnosis, and the symptoms that can come along with it. So often the symptoms are very similar no matter what autoimmune condition you are diagnosed with. And so for me, it's all over achiness, usually accompanied by a migraine. Sometimes I can head that off, but just really like fatigue, body aches, and just feeling very I guess I would call it just feeling very toxic. And so on Sunday, when I was feeling these symptoms, which I don't so often anymore because I feel like my condition is pretty well controlled at this point. It's not where I want it to be, but it's definitely better than it used to be. And so I just wanted to get on here and share some of the things that I have learned over the last 17 years of autoimmune, the symptoms, kind of the what I do, and share those with you. So the most important thing I have learned is listen to your body. Your body is going to tell you what it needs. And it might be a bath, or it might be more water, it might need rest, or it might need movement, gentle movement. And so it's really important to tap in and listen to your body. That is something, sorry, that can be like, I think so often, and I know for me, I was so disconnected from my body. And when I was diagnosed, it was, sorry, my dog. When I was diagnosed, that's all I can think back to is how disconnected I was from my own body, and knowing and trusting and tapping into and understanding what I needed to do. So, and that's something that you can cultivate over time, is to trust your body, to know how to tap in, to listen, and to determine what it needs. Nobody knows your body better than you do, or at least in my opinion, that's how it should be. Not everyone around you is going to understand. Like if you know people that you're around often who have never had a diagnosis of anything autoimmune, there's going to be people who just simply don't understand. They don't understand why you need rest. They don't understand why you can't follow through on plans. Like, don't just push through because of the expectations of others and what they want you to do based on whatever their agenda is. And that goes back to listening to your body and trusting that you know your body better than anybody else does. Another thing that I've learned that was really hard for me, like everything that needed to be done Sunday, because Sundays, it's changed a little bit since I am no longer in corporate, but Sundays have been a day of planning for the next week, of getting ready, of making sure that the things that I feel like I need to have in place for the next week to be successful, that's what I do on Sundays. And what I've had to accept and sometimes surrender into is all of those things can be done later. Like there wasn't one thing on Sunday that the world was going to end if I didn't get it done on Sunday. And so that can be a hard one, because we live in this do society that we're always supposed to be doing something. We feel guilty if we're not. We think we have to get everything done, and that is simply not true. So I would encourage you to really check in with whether or not that is the truth when you are experiencing a day or 2 days or however many days it's that you're experiencing these symptoms. Now, something that can come along with that are those thoughts of, I should be doing this, I should be cleaning my house, I should be going to the grocery store, I should be. First of all, enlist other people when you can. And second of all, when those thoughts do tend to come in, and I think that can happen to all of us, but just remember, like, those are usually conditioned thoughts based on what everybody else has told us it's supposed to be, what we should be doing, and how we should be doing it, when we should be doing it, what we should be doing. And when you start to have those thoughts, remember that those are conditioned thoughts. Those aren't based on people who have the experience that you are experiencing right now. And I think one of the most empowering things that I discovered with my own days that I had, where I would go, I would kind of get into these autoimmune symptoms, flares, whatever you want to call them. I think one of the things that helped empower me is, like, it gets to be okay that I give myself grace, that I give myself rest, that I give my body what it needs. Because if I don't, and if I just push through, and if I do whatever it is I think everybody else is expecting of me, often that can result in a longer time frame of me being out because of the symptoms that I'm having, the things that I'm experiencing. So Sunday was a day of rest for me. Did I want to get shit done? Absolutely. Did I get shit done? Nothing. I got nothing done. And I felt better by Monday. And I know that my body needed to rest. My body, I had overdone it. I know what caused it. I know what led to that. And again, that was part of me really getting to know my body and understand how my body responds, and to overstimulation, and that everything turned out okay. So I just want you to know that if you are, because sometimes these symptoms, these flare-ups can feel really debilitating at times. And I want you to know that it's okay to give yourself grace. Like, that is your body's way of saying, hey, hold on, pump the brakes. We need to do something different. And if we don't listen to that, it's going to get worse, and it's going to get louder, and our bodies are going to respond in a way that we're not going to like. So take the time, take care of yourself, and really tap into what you need, and listening to yourself and trusting yourself. And if there's people around you who don't understand that, it's okay. Like, you don't need them to understand that. You don't have to be, like, maybe you need to be firm, or maybe you have to be an asshole and just say, nah, I'm not doing that because I need this. I've had to do that before with certain people. Not often, thankfully, but that gets to be okay too. You need to do what is right for your body when you are going through one of these flare ups. So hope that helped. And thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.